Yo, people, welcome to the Red Pitch Podcast. I'm your host, Cav, and I'm joined today by Scance TV. What's going on, bro?
You good?
Yeah, man, I'm all good, man. Finally, international break is over once again. I'm happy, man. I hate these international breaks. How do you feel about it, man? Like, with our teams getting a bit of momentum and then there's a break.
Yeah, I don't really like them, man. Just we always seem to pick up injuries in them. Lucky this one we didn't get any injuries, but yeah, I don't really watch international football until it comes to the tournaments. Really, like
Yeah.
can't be bothered with them.
Yeah, it's true. Listen, I'm the same, man. I just can't wait for the Euros to come around. And plus, with the performances, obviously, England and us being putting on, it kind of puts me to sleep, man. But like I said, tomorrow, listen, what a game to come back to. 12:30 kickoff tomorrow. Oof. Listen, your boys going to the Etihad to face Man City, which a lot of people are calling a title decider. I kind of feel it's a bit early, but
Yeah,
I mean, that's what everyone's running with in the mainstream media and stuff. How do you feel about that, man?
no, I don't think it's a title decider, man. It's like you said, it's way too early. It's like it's game week 13,
Mm,
and for a change, Liverpool playing away first. Whenever we seem
mm,
to play them every season, there's always at Anfield first, and then at Man City, where it's sort of like in the previous encounters, it's cost us where we've dropped points there. Where this time we can go there with a bit
yeah,
of freedom. We don't have to
yeah.
win. Um, I've been telling you all week that I've got a feeling that we're going to get something out of this game.
Mm.
A point's really good result. Obviously, we want the three, but yeah, I don't know. I just got that feeling we're going to do something tomorrow.
Yeah, it's going to be, it's going to be a great game. Obviously, we know City had a hat load of players drop out with
Mm.
injuries, but tomorrow they're all going to be lined up. Come
Yeah.
12:30, they're going to be lined up. And what about any of your guys come back with any niggles from the
No,
break or?
everyone come back fit. The four players who didn't go on international break: Ibu, Jones, Gomez, and who's the other one? Gravenberch. They're all fit. They're all been training this week, so
Yeah.
clean bill of health. So everyone come back. I think most of our games are finished by, well, the European games are done by Sunday,
Mm.
Monday. So what's it called? The South American boys come back yesterday, and they're all in training yesterday. So everything seems good,
Yeah,
full health. So should be a
that's
good
good,
game.
man. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see whether Haaland starts after he pulled out. I think we'll see him. But
Yeah.
what's your prediction for that game? What are you thinking?
I'm thinking my head saying 2-2, but
Hmm.
my heart saying 2-1 Liverpool.
Okay. Yeah. Do you know what? For me, it's gonna be a tough game, man. I think it could be a good time to play City for you guys, though, man. I
Mm.
think it could be a good time. A lot of the players, like you said, the players that went away, Diaz. I mean, he looked excellent. Away, he's bagged himself some nice goals and stuff, and Nunes bagged as well. So yeah, some of your strike force, they're going to be up for it tomorrow, man. It's
They
going to
all
be a
they all
massive.
scored. They all scored
Yeah,
over the international break. All of them. Salah
see,
scored. Salah scored 4 in one game. Um, Gatpo scored. Nunes scored 3 goals over the 2 games.
yeah,
Obviously,
that's what I mean.
Diaz scored the two for Colombia against Brazil. So
Hmm.
they're all flying high. So it should,
Yeah,
like I said, we be there or thereabouts, man. We get a good start. We hold out for the first 20 minutes. Obviously, City going to come at us in the
mm,
first 20 minutes. You hold out for those first 20 minutes, the game will be interesting.
exactly. You know what? I agree, man. It's gonna be. I can't wait to watch it, man. It's gonna be a good watch. But I would say uh the top game of the 3 o'clock kickoffs. Let's get straight into it, man. Newcastle at home to Chelsea. boy, we know obviously Chelsea had the last game against City, the 4-4 draw. Newcastle, we know they had the loss to Bournemouth 2-0. You know, before that they lost 2-0 to Dortmund, so they're on like a losing streak at the minute. You know, Chelsea could try and maybe take an opportunity there, but St James's Park, we know the crowd's going to be rocking, and I think I personally see Newcastle bouncing back in this one. What do you make of that game?
Yeah, it's going to be a good game. Like you said, Chelsea in a bit of form. Newcastle, maybe the international break come at a good time for them, get a couple of players back. They're saying Isak and Almiron might be fit for this game, so that'd be a big boost for them. But then again, they've got Champions League midweek as well, so is Eddie's house eye going to be on that game against PSG, or is he going to think to himself, the Premiership's the bread and butter, concentrate on that? So
that's a point, you know.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Champions League's a must-win game for them as well.
Exactly. So is he going to have an eye on that, or is he going to think to himself, the Premiership game, you get what I mean? Because he's not used to that. You get what I mean? He's just used to playing one game a week and not worrying about midweek. Everyone can go gun-ho in that game, but would be able to do that on Saturday. So
if you're Eddie Howe, what are you doing tomorrow? What kind of lineup are you playing? Are you gonna rest some of the big guys?
Realistically, I don't think they'll beat PSG away from home. Don't get me wrong, that performance at home was brilliant. That was it 4-1 they beat them?
Yeah.
That was a brilliant performance, but PSG have picked up form. Mbappe's on fire, scoring goals for fun at the moment for the club and country. It's going to be a difficult place to go and get a result over there compared to if you want to get back in the Premiership. The Champions League. You're going to have to start picking up points in the Premier League. You get what I mean? So, me personally, I'll go all out for this game, get the points on the board for this game, because really they can. What's it called? They lose on Wednesday, and they might not even get an Europa spot.
This is what I'm saying. So, personally, I think they could go full all out tomorrow, and they could probably go all out in Europe as well, because it's a nice good few. Like I said, a few of their players didn't play international, and obviously they've had a lot more rest. They could possibly, go full out tomorrow, 2-3 days rest, and go full out again.
Yeah, it's just the thing that they're not used to doing that. You get what I mean? You can see how much the injuries have cost them again, because they play at a pace, don't they? Like they're non-stop, the pressing and stuff like that. Where last season they could do that, got a week's rest and go again. Whereas they're playing Saturday after Saturday 3:00, and then they got to go again. What is it? Wednesday night they're playing, and it's away as well.
Yeah.
So I mean, so obviously it's not that far to go to France, but can would their bodies be able to cope with it? This season doesn't look like it, does it?
Yeah, it's a bit tough. Like kind of Specs has always alluded to as well. He thinks that they're ahead of schedule.
Yeah, definitely.
Which is probably going to start showing now. On to my game now. The boys, Arsenal. Obviously, we travelled to Brentford. We went there last season, won comfortably 3-0 away. Jesus is back. Martin Odegaard's back as well. Eddie Nketiah's back as well. I mean, we've got, apart from obviously Partey's out long term, Smith Rowe, but I'm hearing rumours of Ben White. He could be out as well.
He said in his press conference he's fit.
Oh, he's fit now.
Yeah, he said that.
Okay,
that Ben White's fit.
Okay, I haven't watched his press conference today, so that's good news. So I'm hoping to see Tomiyasu start ahead of Zinchenko. Trossard, I know Jesus is back, but Trossard's been on such great form. It would be a shame to drop Trossard. I would still play the Saka, Martinelli, Trossard starting them three.
Yeah,
and maybe bring on Jesus, but I don't know, man. I really don't know. I could see him probably bringing Jesus back into the fold, maybe.
Would you think it's a bit of a risk though? Because he was out for 3 weeks, and then or 3-4 weeks, and then he played a full 90, and then Brazil, all the traveling. It's like, do you want to risk like starting him? I know obviously you wanted to start for that game, but you think it's a bit of a risk starting him, and he pulls up. He pulls up again.
I'm not sure. I wouldn't say it's too much of a risk. I would, me personally, like I said, because Trossard's been on form for us in the last few games. I would just start Trossard. I'd have him on the bench anyway. Just see how it goes. See how it goes for a half. If you don't see it's not working, then you can always chuck him on for the second 45.
Yeah, exactly.
Obviously, we know Ramsdale's going to start because obviously David Raya can't play against his parent club, even though the news was announced we're going to trigger that clause. I personally think Ramsdale, I want him to have a good game, man. I want him to have a good game. I really want him to make a good couple saves, be very assured, and just be in control and just show Arteta like, I'm here, I know we've got Raya there, but just to show him, give us a good performance. Oh, it's going to be tough. We know Mbeumo is just he's a powerhouse.
He's a problem, man. He's a really good player. I didn't realize he was that young. 23. Like you look at him, you're thinking like look late 20s, isn't he?
Yeah. Like, I see on Twitter someone said something about his age, and he tweeted back. He's like, "Yeah, that's really my age," kind of thing. Yeah, because everyone's like, "What?"
Exactly. He don't look it, man.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, he's a player, man. Like I can see him going to a bigger club, man. I think he's really good, man. Talented player, man. I think it's gonna be a difficult game. It's gonna be a difficult game for you lot, man. I expect you to win. I think you'll probably win 2-1, but it'll be a tough game, man. And I heard a couple of people say today, like, obviously, you probably know your back four, like Tomiyasu, White, Gabriel, and Saliba. But people talking about midfield, saying about having Havertz in there for his physicality. You think about that? Because Brentford are a pretty big side, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, I honestly think Havertz will start. I think it will be. But do you know what? I'm not so sure actually thinking of it because I forget Odegaard's been out, so it's been Jorginho in the 6, Rice and Havertz.
Yeah.
With Odegaard being back now, we know Odegaard will probably start. We know Rice will definitely start.
Yeah.
So it's either whether he's gonna put Rice back in the 6 and put Havertz in the 8, or he's gonna leave out Havertz, and because Jorginho's been playing all right in that 6. He's been decent.
Yeah.
So it's whether he's gonna drop Jorginho again, but I really don't know. I really don't. Like you said, for the physicality, I reckon he'll have Havertz, Rice, and Odegaard in there. I think Jorginho will probably get dropped, unfortunately. Yeah, man, I think he'll get dropped. But yeah, hopefully we win. Let's quickly round up these other games. Saturday, Burnley versus West Ham. Burnley not doing too well. 4 points, rock bottom. They need wins. Wins have got to come from somewhere. Yeah. I hope Company gets the chance. I hope they don't sack him. I hope he really gets the chance to carry on for at least the season. West Ham 9th in the league, 3 points off of Newcastle 7th. Ooh, what do you make of that game? I heard Antonio got injured. I don't know the latest, but I heard
I think he got injured, and Bowen got injured as well, didn't he? In training for England, so don't know how them two are shaping up for tomorrow's game. So if they're both missing, that'd be pretty big for them, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that would be big. I mean, Ings fit?
There. Yeah, I think he'd fit, but he might play. What's his name up front, isn't it? Kudu. up front.
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
I
could probably
forgot
play him
about
up
him.
front.
Yeah, could play him up for all unless if Bowen's not fit, he could play in, I guess, on the right,
Yeah,
in Bowen's position. But yeah, I personally, I think West Ham are going to win. To be fair, man, I think even with
yeah.
Antonio Bowen out, I think West Ham would. Burnley just haven't looked great at all. What do you think? You think West Ham win that?
Yeah, I think West Ham will win that.
Yeah. Luton at home to Crystal Palace. Luton, another team this season. 17th. Obviously, only there because Everton got deducted 10 points. Otherwise, they would have been in the bottom three. Haven't really seen nothing fantastic from them. The only game I really seen something is probably against you guys.
Yeah, played well, man.
They played really well. They're at home again to Palace. It's going to be a tough game. What are you thinking for that game?
I think they'll get something out of the game, against Palace, because Palace really, they haven't. Obviously, they got Eze. I don't know if Elise is back yet, but Palace ain't really got that firepower to hurt them. I don't think.
Yeah, Elise is back. He came on the last game. He got last 25 minutes or so.
Yeah. So it could be dangerous, but they haven't got a striker who's going to hurt them, have they? So if Luton keep it tight like they did against us and try and nick one, I think they could get something out of the game. They could get a point at least, I reckon.
Yeah, home crowds.
Yeah,
they'll be up for it as well, man.
Yeah, home crowd type pitch.
Yeah, I think they'll be up for it. I think I'm gonna go for a draw in that one. I think. You got Forest at home to Brighton. The Nigerian striker.
He's out, isn't he? He's injured.
He's out. He's injured. That's gonna be a big miss, man. Apparently he's out for a few months as well. They're saying.
Yeah, so it's going to be either Chris Wood or Divock, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, they still got Hudson-Odoi. They still got quite an attacking threat. Morgan Gibbs-White.
Yeah,
they still got quite an attacking threat. But we know Brighton. Brighton have been hit and miss this season. It's been weird with Brighton.
Yeah, they
had nice results against United and Newcastle, and then they draw the game against Everton. I think they weren't too great. They drew against Fulham. They weren't too great. But yeah, I don't know. I think De Zerbi's onto something, man. I think he's onto something. I think I could see Brighton nicking that.
I want to go for Nottingham Forest, man. Their home record, their home form is pretty good. They're pretty dangerous at home.
It's not too bad, yeah. I don't know. I think Brighton. I don't know. Yeah, be interesting game. To be honest, I'm just hoping everyone draws. Everyone just draws, and our team wins. That's it, man. We need to start creating space between these teams, really. Sheffield United at home to Bournemouth. Bournemouth, you know what? They against Newcastle last game, they weren't too bad.
Yeah.
Bournemouth away this time. Sheffield United, but Sheffield United to me haven't looked that great either.
No.
Yeah.
But in saying that, they did all right against United at home and City at home, innit? They only lost 2-1, innit? In both games.
Yeah,
they looked decent in them games. So
you never
know, man.
It could be one of them games, man.
Yes, their home form's decent, if you get what I mean. It's not obviously the Newcastle game, but apart from that, really, they've been pretty solid at home. They haven't really got a beaten apart from that one game. They've only lost one. So, and Bournemouth, like you said, they had that good game before the international break. So, I could see that being a draw.
Yeah, that's probably I'm probably with that as well. So quickly, last two games we'll move on to before we end it. Sunday, 2 p.m. kickoff, Tottenham at home to Villa.
Looking forward to that game, man. That's going to be a good game, man. Villa are on form, man. I know they're not that good away from home, but Tottenham in trouble, man. All them injuries and suspensions.
That's what I'm saying.
You play that highlight against Aston Villa, man. You got Bailey, the RB, and Watkins.
Yeah. And obviously, Douglas Luiz is coming to quite a bit of form this season as well.
Yep. McGinn's on form as well.
Yeah, it could be. Boy, could be curtains, man. There's only 1 point between them. Tottenham 26 points, Villa 25 points in 5th. It's tight, man. It's tight. Listen, I'm not gonna lie, man. I want to draw in that game.
Yeah, man. Same. I want to draw as well, but I can see Villa winning that game, though.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. I can't even say Tottenham at home. Obviously, we know they're missing some key players, but like you said, it's that home that if Villa at home, I'd say Villa because Villa's home form, like right now, is just crazy. But away, obviously, we know they're not the best. I don't know. I think that crowd. We know what Tottenham are like. Tottenham are so jammy. They could be on the back foot for 89 minutes, and then Son just comes out with a winner.
Yeah, but Son's got no one to supply him, though, innit? Think about it. Think about it. Madison's out. Basuma suspended. Both their centre backs are out.
It's true, you know. Still got Kulu. You got the guy from
Brendan Johnson.
Brendan Johnson.
Yeah.
Don't know, man.
I could see Villa winning this.
Yeah. And listen, that 4:30 kickoff, Everton, Man U, Everton are gonna want to bounce back after that 10 points.
Yeah.
I reckon they're gonna be up for it. They're gonna want to fight back.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna feel like obviously there's a massive injustice against them. You know, Calvert-Lewin's back. He's been looking all right. Decore's been looking all right. He's had a few goals.
Been getting goals this season as well, hasn't he? Decore.
Yeah.
He's played well all season, to be honest with you. Yeah, I could see Everton winning this, man. Siege mentality, us against the world. So yeah, exactly. I can see Man United. I know they're saying like Man United the form team in the Premiership because they've got 4 wins out of 5, but you got to add context to it, man. They've been poor. They've been getting like scraping 1-0 wins here and there. They haven't played well. If you get what I mean?
Exactly.
So I can see Everton winning that game, man. Especially if they get an early goal. Whew,
that crowd's going to be up for it as well.
Yeah,
they're going to be up for it. Every challenge is going to be scrutinized. Every wrong refereeing decision, the crowd is just going to be fully up for it. So yeah, I think it could be a bad one for Ten Hag and the guys. And the last game of the weekend, Fulham at home to Wolves. We know Wolves had a decent little comeback against Spurs in the last game. Fulham, they're on the back of 2 losses. Didn't look too great against Villa, the last game they played.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think Wolves. I don't know, actually. You know, it's one of them games. It could be anyone's on the day, really. Depends who wants it the most out of the game. It's like Craven Cottage as well. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go for a draw that game.
Yeah, I'm gonna go the same. I know Wolves have been playing well. Gareth O'Neill's got on playing some decent football. But yeah, I see a draw in that one.
Yeah, exactly, man. Well, yeah, man. All right. Well, yeah. Thanks for joining me on this little Premier League Week 13 review. I'm sure we'll be back in a few days to speak about what's happened in that big, massive game tomorrow morning. Newcastle game as well, Arsenal game as well. So yeah, thanks for joining me. Everyone go and subscribe to Scants TV. Subscribe to my channel, The Red Pitch Podcast. Yeah, man. Let's keep this going. Keep it locked. Scants, thanks for joining me, bro.
No worries, bro.
All right. Cheers.
Take it easy.